This tutorial is an introduction to GameCore's door system. This will get you familiar with the door script and some of the controller variables that go along with it. Start with your tutorial world. Make sure that the basic template character is added into your scene and that his Make Player box is checked. Once Lego Man is set up, let's add some doors. Go to Add, From Template, and navigate to the Doors and Platforms folder and open it. Find the automatic door object and go ahead and open that. You should see an orange box that is roughly door shaped. This door has the associated door.gsl script and its controller variable are set to standard door behavior. In this case, automatically rotating open when a player enters the input field. It is important to notice this door object's pivot point. It is at the bottom left. This is the point where the door will rotate. So save your world and run the game. You should be able to walk up to the door and have it open for you. Assuming that worked, and it should have unless you changed anything, let's add another door and go over some of the controller's script behind them. Add the same door object to your scene. Position it next to the first door and rotate it so its pivot point is on the far edge from the center. We are making double doors and we need to do this to get them to open as they would in the real world. With the door selected and the controller tab of the object properties activated, you should see an orange wireframe box around the door. That's the door's input field. We will need to adjust these fields so they overlap. That way both doors will open when you walk into either input field. Adjust the input center and input box size sliders until you get the boxes covering both doors but not extending past the door's outer edge. So let's go ahead and test that. Save the world and run the game. As you walk up to the doors, they both open. And if you walk back through the doors, they open the other way. This is how the script is set. So let's examine it. If you notice, the rotation angle is set to 90 degrees. So the doors rotate 90 degrees open on its pivot point. If you set this field to 0, you have made a sliding door. But we'll go over that a little bit more in the next tutorial. The rotation direction is set to both, meaning the doors open both ways or in both directions. Now, there are plenty of other options like to control timing and lock states. Automatic works like it did in triggers and platforms. Our doors are currently set to automatic. So we're going to change that around in the next tutorial. But for now, let's just set up a user tip. Something along the lines of door is working. So we have a trace to make sure the doors are still picking up the input field. So go ahead and save the world and run the game. Verify that the doors are still working and the user tip is being displayed. When you're ready, move straight into the next tutorial and we'll play around with some of the other controller variable states.